My guest for today JJ Espanola ex-UP player and was drafted in the PBA Draft 2022. You started playing in basketball.
So yeah, well, how I started playing basketball, I actually started playing, basketball was actually introduced to me when I was around 4 years old in the States. It was introduced to me by actually my ninong first. My ninong was the first one to introduce me to yung parang play basketball, yung small hoops and stuff like that. And I started there as in small ball, shooting, dunking, and then I really started at a really early age. My Nino was really one who introduced me to the game. And then once I started picking up years and years, or the next following years, it was my lolo and my dad. They really said, "Oh, I guess maybe if you really like this, it's okay. You can see if you have potential in it." And so that's how basically I started playing basketball.
How's your high school basketball in US?
That was my high school basketball in the US. My first 2 years of high school, my freshman and sophomore year, I played for the JV team. And so just a normal route. Started in the JV team, and then my junior and senior year, I actually got on the varsity team, and I started all games my junior and senior year. Actually, what I used to play was just literally just a catch and shoot shooter. I didn't dribble, I didn't do too much. It was literally coming off screens, catch and shoot. So I was really known in high school just to be a shooter. It was only when I when I played in junior college in the States before coming here, that's when I really had to develop my handles just so that if I don't have a shot, at least I have somewhere to go with the ball.
Are you recruited in UP?
I wasn't actually recruited in UP. So here my route coming here was that after high school, after my junior college in the States, I still wanted to go to either a university after the 2 years I did at Foothill College. So I was actually looking around the U.S. still, so I was getting maybe just one offer in an NAIA school in the East Coast, and then me and my dad actually went out there and we visited a school because it was kind of weird for me that I was in California, based in California, and then for some reason this school wanted saw my game. I don't know how they saw my game, and they had interest in me. So I felt like, okay, might as well just try taking a look somewhere in the East Coast. So me and my dad, we went to their camp for just for a weekend. They had a 3-day camp. Went there, got introduced to the coaches over there, and they liked me. They wanted to see if I wanted to go to school there and play for that school. But for me, it was a very unusual circumstance. I was probably the only Asian there if I were to go to that school. So for me, I was like, I guess I kind of felt not too comfortable. And my dad was the one who told me, well, why don't you try checking out the schools in the Philippines, all the colleges in the Philippines. So I took one of the summers in 2015, I believe 2015. I think around April or May. I went here for 2 weeks, only just to try out for school. So I actually was just trying out for my first tryout was in JRU, and coming from the States and knowing what a college is and a university is, I wanted to have the same feel, even being a basketball player at the same time. So aside from the basketball court and their gym there, it didn't feel like a college to me. So that was one of the other schools. I also tried out for Mapua, La Salle, and then my last tryout was actually UP. And was more. Uh, I love the campus in UP. So when I did try out, um, who helped me get into UP was actually Coach Joe Ward. This was still back then when he was still one of the assistant coaches for the UP Fighting Maroons, and he helped me get into UP. And then eventually, my first year was just residency. Then the year after, which was season '79, is when I debuted as my first year in as a UP Fighting Maroon.
Best memories in UP.
Well, my best memories in UP was for sure season '81, where we were the first team in a long time to reach the finals. It was just like a combination of around round two of season '81, where we had a do or die game with LaSalle. It was more we had to win so that parang tuloy-tuloy yung chances namin to be in the final four, because when we got there, I believe the third. Yeah, we were third. So there was probably a span of like our LaSalle game in round two to that was one of the great memories that I remember. The series that we had against Adamson, I didn't play too much, but just being on the bench and just feeling the vibe, feeling the teammates, making sure that we were hype on the bench, so that like the people whoever was on the court would play well, and make sure that they know that we support them from the bench. And it was just the whole series that we had with Adamson was so memorable. I mean, towards both games that we played against them, it was just down to the wire. And the last 2 minutes, it was just wild. It was something that I've never felt before, even when I played in the States. Like, the environment here is just amazing. And right after that, the best feeling was staying in the finals with Ateneo. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but just the feeling that we had from the UP community, they were just behind us the whole entire season, basically. So it was great to be a part of it, and that would be most likely my best memories as a UP fighter.
How's the feeling drafted in the PBA?
A feeling of being drafted in the PBA. It's everything that a player would love to hear and love to experience. It was probably one of the best feelings of my life too, when your name is just getting called, especially being on a professional level. So it was a very memorable time for me in my life, because ever since I was 4 years old, I was just started playing basketball, and I never had a moment where like I said, called it quits. No, like I just kept going, because I don't know, it was very addicting to me. All my friends in high school, and maybe just only a few of them continued playing basketball, and really it was just a testament to, well, for me, like my hard work, and I was able to make sure to achieve that part of my career where having your name called on the big stage, and making sure that my journey is still ongoing, but having that moment in my life is just a great feeling. So yeah, one of the best feelings in my life.
Why you choose 7 at 30 jersey number?
I chose 7 because that's actually my third favorite jersey number. My first ever jersey number was actually number 1, and I chose 7 because when I chose 7 in season '79, what's the number 1 was my first favorite number. My second favorite number was number 4, and Kyle's Lau was number 4, so that's why I remember. So I had to choose a different number, and then I was looking over and I said 7 seems nice. I mean, there's nothing very special about number 7. I just chose that, It looked nice. Number 1 and number 4 got picked, so I chose number 7. And then I chose number 30 for Phil Basket. It's because my birthday is December 30th, so I just chose 30 just
Thank you for watching.